Welcome back, watch people. Now, you know you've had a bad day when you just complete a 25-minute video and then realise like an idiot I never had my mic clipped on. It's been one of those days today, guys. Right, I'm going to answer some questions from you that you've left me in the comment section over the last week or two. Thanks for all your comments. I do honestly read every single one of them. I'm sorry that I can't reply to them individually. I'd love to, guys, but I just don't have the time. And especially, more importantly, I don't have the time to answer them properly. There's a danger that if I just flippantly answer questions just to keep you happy, ultimately it's not really going to be the answer that I want to give you. So I hope you appreciate that. Anyway, look, we're going to talk about Chrono24. We're going to talk about WatchFinder. We're going to talk about dealer-to-dealer deals. We're going to talk about Tudor. We're going to talk about a few things today, all initiated by your comments. So thanks for every one of them. First of all, let's get the Chrono24 question out of the way. Now, during a video the other day, I sort of kind of flippantly mentioned that I'm not a great lover of using Chrono24, and a few of you kind of became a little bit concerned by that and asked me why I said that. And I think it's only right and proper that I clear that up for everyone's sake. Look, guys, Chrono24 are an age-old organisation within the watch business. They're tried, trusted and proven. They're a very professional outfit. They've got huge numbers of staff working for them. They've got a great platform. Anyone that's not familiar with a Chrono24 website should go and have a look, because not only can you use it as a reference, not only can you use it to buy and sell, but there are also a lot of other useful add-ons, bolt-ons and information available on the Chrono24 website that is useful for all watch people. I have no problems with Chrono24 whatsoever as an organisation. I think they're safe, they're secure. In all the years they've been going, I've ever only heard of one or two minor issues with them, or people having minor problems, minor issues when they've used Chrono24, which is literally a needle in a haystack by comparison to the amount of watches that are sold through that platform every year. I highly recommend it, and I have no affiliation with Chrono24 whatsoever. So I hear you saying, so why did I say that I'm not a great lover of using Chrono24? Well, it's not actually their fault. It's more the dealers that sometimes use it, because dealers by nature can be a little bit on the lazy side. And there are also dealers out there that carry out a practice that I'm not too keen on. I'll tell you what that is. The first thing is that a lot of watches on Chrono24 that you see aren't actually available. Now, I don't know how many watches are for sale on Chrono24 today. Maybe I should have checked for the purposes of this video, but I can tell you now it's going to be many, many, many thousands. I would estimate, and it's only a guess, but I would estimate that probably around 25 to 30% of the watches that you see advertised for sale on Chrono24 actually don't exist. And that's what I'm not too keen on. And the reason they don't exist is that A, they've already either been sold, or B, they are dealers using a practice that I'm not a lover of, that's fishing. What they're doing is they're fishing for clients. If they get a bite, they'll go out and try and find or source the watch to satisfy the client's requirements. Now, I can tell you from my own experience that this has happened to me using Chrono24 in the past. In fact, just recently, because I'm on the lookout now for an AP, a particular AP that I've wanted to buy for some time, and I can't find it in the UK. I can find it in Europe and I can find it in the United States. I know that Roman can get me one of these watches probably in a heartbeat. The trouble is that there's then going to be import duties to pay. I really need to buy this watch in the UK or within the European Union right now. And I contacted two dealers advertising this watch on Chrono24. Neither of them had the watch in stock, which is a waste of my time, a waste of theirs. And that's why I said I'm not always a lover of using Chrono24. It's not Chrono24's fault, it's the dealers that sometimes are too lazy to remove the watches, or a practice that I really don't approve of, fishing, advertising watches that they haven't got for sale. So I hope that clears that one up for everyone concerned. Talking about deals, etc., I also did a video, dealer to dealer deals, etc., the other day, where the dealers buy their watches. Now, a lot of you kind of wanted to know about profit margins again. I've spoken about that time and time again. My profit margins when I was dealing were certainly a bit lower than the margins appear to be today. I know that some people out there are unhappy with some of the offers that they get from dealers when they ring up trying to sell their watches. Look guys, I can't speak for any one particular dealer in person. You know, I'm my own man. I can't speak for anyone else. All I will say to you is that everyone needs to understand that dealers are not in this for fun. They're in it to earn a living. They need to make a profit. And if you're not prepared to accept they need to make a profit, with all due respect, then you need to become a watch dealer yourself and take the risks that the dealers do and sell the watches yourself. That's just being honest with you guys. Now, it depends on what you think is a greedy margin. The thing is that in today's world, the 10% that I used to work on a high volume turnover won't necessarily work for people today. And don't forget, it's not a simple matter of you buy a watch for £8,000, you sell it for 12. You might think, wow, £4 profit in one deal. But it's not. When you take your rent, your rates, your expenses, your VAT, your tax, these margins get eaten away like you wouldn't believe. Look guys, if a dealer makes you an offer and you're unhappy with it, don't take it personally. Maybe he just doesn't want your watch. That's another possibility. I mean, why would a dealer make a retail price offer? And this is often the problem. I think a lot of private people are looking for the retail value of their watch from a dealer. You know, think more logically guys, it's just not going to happen. Dealer to dealer deals, I spoke about WhatsApp dealer groups, you know, being hard to get into, etc. Now they're closed for a very good reason. That's for security. And someone else also asked sort of what sort of amount of money would you need to spend with a dealer to start getting the trade discounts? Well, that's a bit of a funny one because there's no set pattern to that. There's no set pattern to discounts, etc. It's not necessarily about how much money you're spending. It's about how much profit that dealer potentially has in that watch. You've got basically 2 or 3 types of dealers. You've got dealer to dealer dealers, you've got dealer to public dealers, and you've got dealer to public and trade dealers. Now, I was a dealer to public dealer. I was not interested in selling my watches to the trade. I worked too hard to find them in the first place just to flip them for a couple of £100 profit. I wanted to retail those watches. Some dealers are a lot happier and are a lot more comfortable not dealing with the public because, look, I'll tell you things that active watch dealers can't tell you. I've retired, it doesn't matter, but you guys can be blimmin' hard work sometimes, trust me. You know, you can be hard to please, hard to satisfy. You know, bless you all, I understand, you know, it's all about business and money, isn't it? But at the end of the day, a lot of dealers prefer the easier route of dealing with other dealers because, I'll be frank, it's a lot easier selling a watch to another dealer. They're not going to ask the questions that the public will ask. They're not going to be as fussy necessarily because they've got more confidence in their own ability and more confidence in what they're buying, and they'll know you as a dealer. So a 5-minute deal in the trade can be an hour and 5-minute deal in the retail business. But in general, it's more about what margin is in the watch rather than how much would I need to spend with a dealer before I got a discount. A little bit on WatchFinder. People also asking me what I think about WatchFinder. I'm going to do a full video on WatchFinder in the future, but just basically for now guys, just briefly, I've never ever been a lover of WatchFinder for various reasons. I've known people that worked there in the past, more than one person that's worked there in the past. I've had people that were contacting me, speaking to me whilst they were working at WatchFinder. Nothing shady going on, you know, no bad practices, no, you know, front page news to tell you. It's just, I just don't like them particularly as a great big organisation. There's a lack of the personal touch. And that's, you know, look, listen, big corporate businesses are like that, aren't they? But I have always been a fan of the personal touch, the one-to-one dealer to customer business. That's always been the way that I've preferred to deal and the way that I prefer to do business. I think in recent times, at least, from what you tell me, and I'm only going on what you tell me guys, is that their offers for the watches that they're buying have been extremely low, whilst their sale prices, their selling prices are often quite high. There's a bit of a discrepancy there, and you know, this is one of the reasons that I mentioned, you know, some of you guys being unhappy with the prices that some dealers offer you for your watch. You know, maybe go try WatchFinder. and then try some of the independents, you may be surprised and you might actually find that some of the deals that you're being offered by independents, and I'm not talking about my sponsors here, guys, I'm talking about independent watch dealers right across the country, right across the world, in fact. I think the vast majority of watch dealers will offer you for your watch the amount they want to pay for it, and that will reflect how much they want it. But just going back to WatchFinder, never been a great lover of WatchFinder. You know, I think they're better now than they used to be. At one stage I really couldn't stand them as a business, as a company. I didn't like the way they worked, but they've now changed hands. They're obviously owned by the Richmond Group, and I think they've put a lot of wrongs that I didn't like about WatchFinder right. Would I buy a watch from WatchFinder? Personally, no. I used to see their buyers at the Munich Watch Fair and other places. It wouldn't be my way of buying a watch in the way that some of those watches were bought, but that was, you know, quite a lot of years ago now. So I personally wouldn't buy a watch from WatchFinder, but you know, I wouldn't encourage anyone else not to do so. If you see the watch that you want on WatchFinder, you know, look, I imagine from what I hear at least, they're a very safe company to do business with. You know, if you've got a problem, I would imagine you're going to get your money back. I just prefer people to support the smaller businesses, the family businesses. That's the way I am. I'm wearing a Tudor today, guys. I don't know if any of you have spotted it. I've got a review of this watch coming up very soon. And lastly for today, I just want to cover a little bit of criticism that I took after the video that I made down at Zero West a couple of weeks back. And a few of you left a comment, you know, under the video saying, "Oh, Paul, you know, do you really believe in this brand in the manner in which you're saying you believe in this brand?" And let me tell you guys, I picked this watch up from my safety deposit box a couple of days back. I'd not forgotten it was there, but I hadn't worn it for quite a few months. And I did a video. I thought, you know what, I'll grab the Tudor, the Black Bay chronograph, I'll do a little video on it and put it on the channel. And it was during the process of making that video, that review, that it reminded me of why exactly I support the Zero West brand and believe in the Zero West brand like I genuinely do. Now, I want to make something absolutely clear. Zero West did not approach me and say, "Paul, can we sponsor your channel?" I approached Zero West and said, "Guys, I believe in what you do. I like you as people. Would you like to become a sponsor of my channel?" And they accepted, and I'm very proud that they did. And the reason I'm very proud that they did is that you will see when I review this Tudor, which I'm a big fan of. I love this watch. It's going to be my everyday wearer for the next few days at least, and I'm going to review another one or two of my Tudors as well in the next few weeks. But this watch, when I wind it, it's a bit gravelly. This watch, when I shake it, is a bit rattly. None of those things happen to me when I pick up a Zero West watch. And I'm not saying this as part of an advert for them. I'm saying this because some of you guys criticised me and didn't believe in what I was telling you. I said it to Andrew Bray, being one of the directors of Zero West watches, that in my opinion, the fit and finish on their watches is better or equally as good in most cases as Tudor. And I stick by that. And reviewing this Tudor Black Bay chronograph reminded me to mention this to you during this particular video. This watch rattles, this watch is gravelly when I wind it. Look, it is what it is. I still love it. It's not a complaint. I'm not moaning about it. I'm just putting the record straight that, guys, I always tell you what I truly, truly believe, and I don't tell you lies for any amount of money. Look, gents, hope you've enjoyed that one. I made this video once already, forgot to clip my mic on. It was light earlier, now it's getting dark. There's a load coming up on this channel over the next few weeks, guys. Stick with me. This is the Informed Watch People's channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so, because together we have become a big, respected watch family. Guys, I am working for you each and every day of my life, I promise you. And I guarantee that over the next few months, you will reap the rewards and the benefits of what we're doing together on this channel. But I need your subscriptions and I need your views. Thanks for watching. We'll speak again soon.